Hello everyone, what is up? So today I'm going to be doing another speed build and I'm going to be decorating the kitchen and the dining room of the castle that I did in a previous video, and this is for the Fang family. You might have seen me making Vincent Fang and Stacey Fang in the Cass project in previous videos as well. So this is going to be for them. Now first things first, do you think I sound more energetic? Because I'm trying something new, I'm standing up when I'm doing the voice recording. Apparently this is supposed to make you sound better, it's supposed to make you sound more energetic than when you're in like a browsing position laying horizontal on a couch. So let me know if you think I sound more energetic. So for this kitchen, I wanted to make it a little bit more interesting, a little bit more unique. So I'm adding these square boxy thingies, I know, fantastic description, right? To sort of encase the stove and the refrigerator. I just thought it made it a little bit more interesting. Also, it's really hard to sort of put any furniture in a room that's this shape. Like, you don't understand the struggles I had with placing things. I mean, you probably will when you see me mess around with things, especially decorations and clutter. I was struggling a little bit. So over here you can just see me dealing with all that jazz, and this room doesn't have any windows in it, and that's intentional because a vampire lives here and vampires don't like sunlight. And even though in The Sims 4 when vampires are indoors, even if there are windows, they're not affected by the sunlight, I just wanted to sort of make it a bit more like a real vampire. Are they real vampires? They're not real vampires. I wanted to make it a bit more like stereotypical movie vampires, like where one ray of sunlight just needs to sort of like cut through a window and then they just explode into flames. So in this room, there are no windows. So you can see me dealing with the cabinetry. I'm trying to make it fit in this particular shape quite difficult, so I'm overlapping a couple of cabinets to try and make it look as if it's a seamless transition around. I'm not sure if you've ever found this, but sometimes when you think, I just want to place it there, like why can't I place it there, and the computer sort of like spazzes around moving it, and like this here, moving it around but not in the exact position where you want it. You just want to go into the Sims game, grab the object and just shove it where you want it to go, and then super glue it down so it never moves again. And I found that a couple of times throughout doing this, that it was a bit difficult like this. So here, what happened, same in my last video, OBS decided to give up on me, and now I have to redo everything. So I made the house without it being recorded, and now I'm having to just sort of like hit redo so you can see the process of me building it. Otherwise it would just look like magic, like, oh yes, just fiddling with the counter and then bam, everything's done. So this is pretty much the kitchen. I hope you like it, and now we're going to move on to the dining room shortly, which is directly behind it. So this is the space that the dining room is going to be in. I'm going to make a feature wall. So like in the kitchen how it was decorated in stone, I want one wall in the dining room to have this stone feature, and to cover up how bad it looks when you've mixed the wood and stone together, I've put columns in it just to hide it. Like anything, if you don't like something, just put something in front of it to cover it up. So I've also put a curtain to frame the door and make it look pretty, because aesthetics is everything in The Sims. If it's not pretty, it's not worth uploading. So I'm also framing the floor as I did in the kitchen. I don't know, I'm just liking the framed floor concept at the moment. I saw some other Simmers do this in some of their builds, and I was like, yes, that's my aesthetic, that's what I want to do, and now I've done it, so I'm following through with that. So I've decided that my theme for the dining room table sort of thing is going to be red and black, stereotypical vampire colours. This just should be called the stereotypical vampire castle build. But No. And because I've got a lot of space in this room, it's quite a long room, I've also decided to add a fireplace. And just to give it a little bit more interest, I've put in a couple of plants. Just adds a bit more life to the room. Otherwise it's a bit dead and castle-y. And I quite like plants. I've got lots of house plants. A lot of them are dying though. I had this one little mint plant that I kept by the window, and honestly, I would torture the poor thing. I would bring it so close to death when all the leaves were like withering and the soil was so dry, and then I would absolutely flood it with water, so it'd pretty much drown. So it'd burst into life temporarily and then it would die again, and it was always stuck in this limbo where I'd bring it back to life and then kill it, and then bring it back to life and then kill it. So let's hope I don't do that with my Sims this time. Maybe at the end, to celebrate the finale, I'll kill all of them or bring them close to dying. I don't know, we'll see what I decide. So here you can see again, I'm going to struggle with putting candles on. Now if this was real life, I would have just grabbed those damn candles and shoved them next to this gargoyle thingy. But no, I have to compromise, and instead I gave up and put a plant in the corner. Thank God for plants. So instead I'm going to put the candles on the mantelpiece, because what is a vampire / alien castle without candles? I feel like a knight in shining armour will also just add to that stereotypical castle-y, deadish, vampire-y nature. These here, if anyone can help me, I've got like this fairy floating above it, and I just wanted it to sit on top of it, not float. So in the end I gave up and just put dragons on top of it, because at least I could make those sort of sit on top, although I also struggled with the position of this one a bit. But anyway, we've nearly finished. I'm just going to put some vines onto the feature wall because I like vines. You might have seen me decorate the exterior of this house. You know, I can get a little bit carried away with the foliage. I just really like houses with vines. I walked past one the other day and I was like, yes, this is why I do it in The Sims. I like the aesthetic. But that's pretty much it. So this is the dining room here. Just needs a couple of touches of cobwebs to make it just that little bit more spooky. Not that you can really tell, but I know they're there, and that's the main thing. But that's pretty much the finished result with those pictures there. There we go. If you have enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe or comment. It would mean the world to me, and stay tuned for my next video. Have a good one, guys.